Hello, everyone. Today we're going to look at a bulk lot that I purchased from a dealer I've never purchased a bulk lot from before. Now, this is a dealer that I've seen at a small town show in Tennessee. I've purchased from him 3 or 4 times over the years, but I'd never seen him sell a bulk lot before, and it was a good price, so I went ahead and picked this up. I like getting my bulk lots from different sources so you don't see the same things over and over again. That should help. The one thing that I'm not sure about is this particular dealer has he deals exclusively in foreign coins, which is good. But if he's selling a bulk lot, it must be the things that he thinks he can't sell because I'm sure, purchases a lot of bulk lots himself and then puts a lot of things in flips. I've bought things from this guy in flips that were priced as low as 10 cents. And so either there's just, hopefully the answer here is that there's just too much, you can't put everything in a flip, or maybe it's he's really taken out all the good stuff out of here. So we're going to pull this open and pour it here on the cloth bag, and we're going to see what we find from this dealer that I've never purchased from before. Could be coins that he doesn't think he can sell because they are damaged or have some other kind of problem to them, like this coin that fell kind of off the bottom of the screen. This is a fairly common Mexico coin anyway. Well, I take that back. This is the 50 centavos. So this one is actually a better coin in pretty bad shape, damaged and corroded, and so I could see why he wouldn't want to sell that by itself. And here's another one right here. So must have gotten these from the same place. So let's zoom in a little bit, see what we've got here. Here's a third one of those. Every time I do a video like this, I know it would take a long time to go through 3 pounds if we looked at every single coin. So I'm going to pick out the things that I think are a little bit more worth our time. Like here is a Jamaican penny from 1962, featuring the Queen Elizabeth. I usually see that one in worse shape than we have there. Got a coin from Morocco. That's going to be a 1 dirham coin. $50 centavos from Argentina. Modern Jamaica $1 coin from 1995 with Sir Alexander Bustamante, who lived from, according to this, from 1884 to 1977. The British 3 pence coin, and another, a nice looking one, from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, that's a pretty nice coin for a lot like this. The half a peso from 1968. This is a Dominican coin I do not find very often. It's one of those where it's not silver, but they still put the weight on it just as if it was silver. So I always thought that was kind of interesting. If he was going to cherry pick all the good things out of there, then he probably would have picked out this Charles de Gaulle 1 franc coin from France. So I'm always happy every time I can pick up one of these. Inexpensive. Although I see there's a little bit of a corrosion spot on it, so maybe that's why it's able to get it like that. Here's a common coin from Taiwan, although this one's in pretty close to uncirculated condition, which is a nice find and a lot like that. These are pretty common, but I like to show it off. The one of the last common 10 francs that was bimetallic. A couple of years ago, I had just a ton of those, but not as much recently. Here's a lower value Brazilian coin that you don't see as often as some of the others because just one of those things where the lower value coins just didn't survive as long. Not many people held on to them. But if you have a lot of Brazilian coins from the 60s or 70s, you might recognize that design. Older well-worn Mexican coin. The 10 centavos reminds me of the Aztec calendar. That's probably not what it is, but that's what it reminds me of. Another, I'd say this one's a good pickup for a lot like this. One Cruzeiro from 1956 from Brazil. Again, I guess he put it in here because it has a couple of corrosion spots on this side, but otherwise the details are good. Another Brazilian coin, Getulio Vargas, 10 centavos, 1946. So I have bought lots before from people like this who they cherry pick the good stuff so they can sell it at a premium and then throw everything else into just a mystery lot. And I'd say this one's a pretty good one so far for the price. Here's French coin, 50 centimes, 1942. More modern rupee, thumbs up for one. The 2 rupee is like there's the 2 fingers for peace. I always thought that was kind of a funny design, but I like it. Here's the 100 peso featuring Carranza, I believe is the name. The United Arab Emirates coin with a picture on it. I believe that's a dirham. Here's a nice one. Surprised it took me so long to see this one. 5 drachma with a Pegasus on it. To me, when I see the Pegasus, it reminds me of the old Mobil oil, where they took an old Greek god for the flying horse and made it their logo many decades ago. My dad grew up in Dallas, and he saw the Pegasus neon time downtown atop the Magnolia building, which then became the Mobil oil building. So far, this might be the best coin we've found so far. I really like that one. I'm surprised how infrequently I find these low value centimes from France. I think there's a 1, 2, and 5 made out of stainless steel. Just don't see them. It's another modern Jamaican coin that you find pretty frequently. The excellent Norman Manley, national hero. That's the $5, and I think there's a version of this where it actually is 7-sided. Aluminum 2 francs from 1944 with the same axis sign. I didn't realize until recently that at one time during this time their flag actually looked like this, and there are stars on the handle. I didn't realize that until I found one that was in uncirculated condition. You can actually see the stars very well. Now that I know it's there, I can barely see them on here. Similar time, a little bit different, 1947, still aluminum for the 2 franc coin. Here's a 100 drachma from Greece, 1992, featuring, I think it's featuring Alexander the Great. So, neat coin of someone famous from history. And we've got another Greek coin, must be a modern leader. That one's going to be the 20 drachma, 1990. This one's a nice shiny condition. Uncirculated the Josefa 5 centavos from 1963. That one might be an upgrade based on the condition. An old corroded French 10 francs. Another large Greek coin. This one's from 1968. I think that was the king at the time, 10 drachma. I've seen other coins from this time. There's a 50 lepta from here, but this one's the larger coin. That one's, I like that one. From Belgium, their king. Interesting artwork design here. The 5 franc Belgian, 1987. I think this one's from Taiwan, but a larger coin that we don't see as often. I think that is a $1 coin. Let's see, here we go for Portugal 2.5 escudos. This coin design was used for a long time, about 20 or 30 years before this one was made. That was made out of silver. It's another Brazilian one. Different person, but same time period. Presidente Dutra from Brazil. That one's going to be the 50 centavos. A large coin from Hungary. The 100 forint. Here's a good one from Bermuda. Maybe it's cleaned. I don't know. But this one is the 50 cents from 1970. I like that design because maybe that animal's a bear or a lion. I'm not sure. Looks like it has claws. But it looks to be holding up a shield that has a boat going through rocky waters on it. I think I had this one, even though it had, unless I had one that was a different portrait of the Queen, but that one's nice. So there are some good things in here that we're finding. Like this one here. First time I ever picked up this coin was 25th of May, but a couple of years ago. It is, must be the Independence Day in Argentina, the 1 peso. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, clean out some of the coins on the screen here, and narrow it down. All right, so I've thinned it out a little bit. Here's what we're going to look at for the rest of the video. We had the 3 pence brass coin with Queen Elizabeth, but there was for a time where they even where they went away from silver while it was still King George VI. 1943, I think that was the first year that they did not use silver on their coins. You may have seen this Mexican Quetzalcoatl 5 peso coin before, but I always like finding that one. Like how they highlight a lot of their culture on some of their coins. Here is a well-worn coin from India featuring George VI. This one is the 2 annas coin from 1944. Here's another easy to find coin from Mexico from 1981, but I like how uncirculated this one looks. So that one's good. So we've got the, today they're called the Eastern Caribbean States, but for a while they were called the British Caribbean Territories, and this was a 2-cent coin, and I believe this is even larger than the 2-cent coin which circulated in, well, this predates the 2-cent coin that circulated in Britain, because in 1965 Britain was still on their pence shilling system, but there you have the portrait of the Queen, and eventually that one was replaced with this much smaller aluminum coin when it became the Eastern Caribbean States. This one also 2 cents, but this one is dated 2000. And so this one is probably still used today unless they've demonetized the 2-cent coin, but the Eastern Caribbean states make up a lot of the smaller British-controlled islands in the Caribbean area. My supervisor took a trip to one of those countries that used that about a year ago, so that's came to mind. I met a guy from Belize yesterday, so here's the scalloped edge 1-cent coin from 1991. The 25-cent coin is the one I find the most from there. Let's go to some coins from Portugal. We've got the The half of escudo would be a 50 centavos coin. This design was, oh, I didn't see how much corrosion was on this one. 1975 on that one. And then very similar design, but larger. We've got the 1 escudo. So that's probably twice the size of the last one, just in its weight in copper. That's 1975. And then fast forward to something a lot more, a lot newer than that last one, Pedro Nunez. And it says Europa around the edge here. That one is going to be a 100 escudos from 1990 on that bimetallic coin. See, here's one from Turkey. $25 kuruş from 1974 in a stainless steel coin. This would be a quarter of a lira. And so some of these coins, I don't know if this one is included, but some of these coins have two variations with the person standing on rocky ground, and sometimes it's on a smoother ground. So that's one set of variations to look out for. We saw some coins from Hungary earlier, modern coins. So here's the 1 forint from 2000. Looks a lot like the one we saw earlier, but the 100 we saw earlier was a lot bigger than that one. Here we have the 2 forint. So this one features a flower, so I like at least it has some kind of design to it. And then also with the flower, we've got this one here from 1993, and that's going to be the 20 forint. And then we were talking about East Caribbean states earlier. Here is their 25-cent coin. They make their coins the same size as United States coins, but they are not pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar. I think it's $1.7 to their currency. So you'd need 1.7 of these to be worth 25 US cents. But it says Queen Elizabeth II on that coin. Another one from Argentina. This one features a city hall. It says Declaration of Independence in 1966. So I think it must be part of the same series that we saw earlier, where it had actually the date in May on it. Let's see, here we have a coin from India, 25 paisa from 1975. Another coin from Argentina. This one's 1958, featuring their equivalent of Lady Liberty. Was wearing the cap on here. You've probably seen this one before, but here is the Australian echidna on the 5-cent coin. The echidna is known as the other coin, or the echidna is the other animal in addition to the platypus that has a beak for a mammal. And an Australian exclusive. I think we saw this coin earlier when it was round. I said there was also a 7-sided version, and here we go from Jamaica. Here's a heavier coin from Jamaica. That is a 20 cents coin from 1969. Looked all shiny, but now on the camera it looks lots of scratches on that one. So it's amazing when you look at it on the camera, sometimes it seems so much bigger, or the scratches are so much more magnified. We saw this coin earlier from the United Arab Emirates, but this one is dated 2007, I think. And so it is a smaller coin than the one we saw earlier on the 1 dirham coin. Another coin from Turkey. So the 25 kuruş a moment ago. This one's 1950, going to be the 5 kuruş. It's a coin I find very well worn pretty often. There's a coin with a pineapple on it, and so my son's teacher loved pineapples, and so I gave her a couple of these coins, and she said that she was about to go to the Bahamas, so I didn't give it to her for her to spend it, but since she collected all kinds of things with pineapples on it, she thought that was neat. Another one from Jamaica. We've got a modern, another one with Marcus Garvey on it. 2000, $20 on that bimetallic coin. Then another one with Marcus Garvey. 87 to 1940. That one was 50 cents from 1975. This one might be the same size as a British 50 pence coin. So that's a larger design of a coin. Another one from UAE. This one is the one, oh, I forgot what they call it, one fill maybe? But if you see there's a couple of different countries that have used the three palm tree design, but I think this is the way that the three palm tree look from a UAE coin will appear. I'm going to say that is 1973 based on the date at the bottom. Another coin from India, 1962. That one doesn't rotate. I wonder if that one's a die rotation. Let's flip that one over again. That's sideways. I did a little bit more organizing here. Let's go to the 1 centavo coin from Mexico that appeared over 100 years ago. This one was dated 1937, so they used this design for about 20 years. Still has the eagle and the snake on the cactus. Earlier we saw a penny from Jamaica with Queen Elizabeth, but we have one of last year's of George VI, 1952, in this half penny. And then this one is a full penny, so it's George VI, King and Emperor of India. It's weird that they mention India on a coin from Jamaica. I don't know why they don't say just Britain, but I don't know what the geopolitics of the time were like, that where they would specify India on a coin like that. And then let's move to this little tiny coin, 5 centavos from Costa Rica. So their coins have all looked about the same over the years. This one's really tiny. For I don't know if they would have anything circulate smaller than a colonus now. Let's go to Hong Kong, another couple of George V coins. This one will be a 5-cent coin from 1950. And even though it's only a 5-cent coin, they still bothered to put the security reading on it, which is where they have the two layers that are readed and then a middle layer which has dots running through it. So kind of a high-end feature on a planchet for a low value coin, but then they did it again for this larger coin, the 10-cent coin from 1948. Also features that reeded design. A couple of years they forgot to do that. They were errors, but they have their own catalog number. We've seen some Brazilian coins earlier. This one's one of my favorites. Designs from Brazil, 1947, with the 1 Cruzeiro. And I like this design because it's almost a topographical map of the country of Brazil. So you have I guess that's the Amazon River running through the top portion of it. And you see all the peaks and valleys on this kind of a relief map. And I don't know of any other country that's done something neat like that. And then we've got, we saw this design on a coin earlier from a 1 centavo, I think. But this one is the 2 centavos. This one, I don't know if this one's an FAO coin or not, but it says Alimentos para o Mundo. So I can't speak Portuguese, so I don't know what that says, but 1975 on the 2 centavos. And then we've got a 1 Cruzeiro, so a larger coin from 1970, also featuring the same face on that one. And then this one features, let's see which side's up. This one features a fish, a cara. On a short-lived design, the must be hyperinflation caused 1993 the 1,000 Cruzeros. Let us move to some coins from Greece. This one I believe is going to be Aristotle. There was a time that I took Greek 25 years ago and I could still transliterate some of the letters. So I'm thinking that's Aristotle on this Greek coin. So that one's a 5 drachma, not particularly rare, from 1990. And then this one has a similar eagle design that we saw with the coin earlier I said was the best one in the video. This one is 1973. This one's going to be a 50 lepta. Not sure who that one's going to be. Unless it's Homer, maybe? Looks like Omeros. Best I can transliterate. That one's going to be the 50 drachma, featuring a nice boat on this side, 1990. One more from Greek. This is going to be, I think that is Pericles. The 20 drachma. Showing some of their architecture on here in 1986. And then for a coin that I thought was Greek at first, but is actually Cyprus, so the island near Greek and still uses the Greek language. Not going to be able to pronounce that one. And so a lot of their newer coins, when I say newer, I mean the ones we find the most are from the 60s and 70s when they still had a British reign to them. When they became independent and they put some of their own heroes on here, they're designs that we don't find as often. So this one is 20, but they have 3 different languages in Cyprus. So this would have been after, I guess, the shield in the middle has a date of 1980, but the coin was made in 1991. And so it has the name of Cyprus in Greek at the top, Cyprus in the way we spell it as an American or a Brit, and then I believe Kibris would be how the Turkish pronounce Cyprus. Then I believe this one's going to be a ½ cent, featuring some leaves. 1983 on that design. We're going to finish up with some coins from Italy. Let's go to this one here. 5 centimos, I think. Not a particularly rare coin, but another of those countries where it has the calendar year and the date of the rule of the king. So that's year 16 on here, 1938. The emperor is Vittorio Emanuele III. And then this one's in nicer condition, also 1938, year 16. This one's the 10 from the same time. Then we're going to finish off with this Italian coin. This might seem familiar, like I think this is the 500 lira had this design, but this one is a 1-year commemorative that I found in the back. So features the centenario, or centennial, that has a date of 1893 to 1993. Della Banca d'Italia, 500 lira. So I don't know what that is, but it has the letter I with a B in front of it. So 1-year commemorative on this coin. So that's going to do it for our video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.